Do you know your financial freedom number? What does financial freedom really even mean? It means something different for every family. Financial freedom is the ability to live your ideal life today and your ideal vision for the future without ever having to worry about the financial side of things. Do you know what that number is for your family? I'm going to walk you through a high-level framework to get a really close estimate of that number. I'm Jake Hughes, partner and private wealth advisor with Blueprint Financial Group. We serve tech and corporate executives and business owners, people facing the complexity that comes along with major liquidity events. This calculation, your financial freedom number, is a foundational building block that we figure out early on with every new family. This is especially crucial for liquidity event planning because until you know your number, you don't know what your liquidity event will truly mean for your family. Does it get us to financial freedom? Is it going to leave us short? Does it get us way beyond? What's it really mean? Today, I'll show you how to figure out a really close estimate of that number. In a real planning engagement, we go much deeper, as you would guess. Detailed tax modeling, full expense discovery, income projections on every asset, looking at long-term care scenarios, the whole picture. Today, though, will at least get you in the ballpark. We're going to do this in 3 steps. Stay with me all the way through because the third step is where it all comes together and where most people get tripped up. Why having clarity on the full picture matters. The most crucial part of this exercise is making sure we have a clear view of the full financial picture. All of the lump sum wants and needs, now and in the future, our annual living expenses. And then what about factoring in current assets, current ongoing income streams? Let me show you what I mean. Say you need $300,000 a year to live the way you want. Now let's use a 3.5% withdrawal or discount rate. Well, that puts us at an $8.6 million portfolio target or freedom number. But what if you already have board advisory income or some rental real estate? Now your actual portfolio need is much smaller. And what about the flip side of that? What if there's other big expenses? What if you have 800 grand sitting on a HELOC to pay off, or you want to pay off your parents' mortgage, or you need to factor in long-term care costs for you and your spouse? You want your charitable giving to continue, or you don't realize it, but you're going to have to help your parents with their long-term care costs. Now, all of a sudden, the number's much larger. Those aren't portfolio questions, they're life questions. They can change your financial freedom number in a really big way. This is also the reason why most people get the math wrong. They account for one piece and miss the others. Let's walk through a case study to illustrate this point and help you get more clear on your financial freedom number. Step 1, start with the vision. Before we do any calculations, I want you to think about what financial freedom would really look like and feel like for your family. Not the conservative answer, the real answer, what you really want. Now we got to break that vision into 2 buckets. Bucket 1, lump sum needs. These are the one-time capital needs, things we're going to buy or pay off the moment the money hits. For our case study today, let's assume 3 items. Number 1, awesome beach house for the family to gather, $3 million. Number 2, mom took care of us. Let's take care of mom. Pay off her mortgage, $300,000. Number 3, let's pay off the home equity line of credit from the house renovation, $800,000. The total lump sum need, $4.1 million. That's $4.1 million straight off the top. All right. Bucket 2, annual income needs. What does lifestyle actually cost per year when we're living the way we want? These are after-tax spending numbers, what actually goes out the door every year. We're going to think about this in 4 categories for this family. Number 1, fixed expenses, the have-to-have stuff. Different insurances, putting food on the table, paying utilities, car payments, etc. $180,000 per year, $15K per month. Second category, everyday fun money. So this is, dining out, it's country club dues, it's different hobbies that we have, it's buying gifts for people. It's all the things that make day-to-day life enjoyable. 180,000 per year, another 15K per month. Category 3, this family values experiences. This is our travel budget, $100,000 per year. Number 4, real estate carry costs. So taxes, insurance, things of that nature. We got a $3 million beach house, a $4 million primary residence. We're putting this in at $90,000 per year. Total spending need after taxes per year, $550,000. Now we've got our 2 inputs, lump sum need of $4.1 million, annual after-tax income need, $550,000 per year. Now, this is where most people mess up. We're only halfway there. Step 2 is where we actually do the math. Step 2. Now let's calculate the gross freedom number. To fund $550,000 a year in after-tax spending indefinitely, we need a bucket of assets large enough to produce that income without depleting it over a 40-plus year time horizon. As I said, we're going to use a 3.5% withdrawal rate. Some say 4, some say 3. We're going with 3.5. In real planning, by the way, we'd model the gross income the portfolio needs to generate to produce $550,000 net. But for today, we're keeping it simple. The simplified math is $550,000 annual need, divide that by a 3.5% withdrawal rate. That's about $15.7 million capital needed. Now we add in lump sum needs of $4.1 million. We get to $19.8 million as our gross financial freedom number. So about $20 million. That's the gross amount this family needs to be fully work optional and to live the life they want. That $20 million isn't the amount of the liquidity event that we need, because we got to account for other assets and ongoing income that they've already got in place. Step 3, figure out the gap. Most people walking into a liquidity event aren't starting from zero. They have existing assets and existing income streams that reduce the amount that the liquidity event has to produce to get them to financial freedom. For this family, they've got 2 ongoing incomes and they have 2 other assets that we're going to consider. On the income side, we're assuming they've got $150,000 a year of board income that's going to continue to come in the door before taxes. We're also assuming they have $60,000 per year of ongoing rental income. To make this easy, let's say after taxes, the board income is $105,000 and the rental income is $45,000. So we have $150,000 a year of after-tax income that's going to keep coming in the door. That takes our annual income need down from $550,000 to $400,000. At $400,000, we only need $11.4 million roughly to generate that. Add back our $4.1 million in lump sum needs. Now we're down to $15.5 million that needs to come from our liquidity event. Now we got to subtract out the assets we've already got. We're not going to worry about taxes here. Let's just say we've got $1.2 million in 401ks. We have $3.9 million in brokerage accounts. We're going to subtract the 1.2 and the 3.9 from the 15.5. That gets us down to a gap of $10.4 million. That is our net freedom gap. That $10.4 million is the after-tax, after-fee amount that our liquidity event must produce to get us to financial freedom. Now, what does the deal need to look like to make this work? We're going to walk through a few different scenarios. Remember, our financial freedom gap is $10.4 million. That's the minimum we need out of this deal after taxes, after fees to make it work. We're going to assume 30% rate for taxes and fees and everything else to keep this simple. Okay, scenario 1, a $30 million liquidity event. Take out our 30%, That leaves us with $21 million. We only need 10.4. That leaves us $10.6 million to the good. This is a great outcome. Now we're thinking about with the extra 10.6, what are we doing? Is it more to the kids, more to charity, live bigger? This is a fun outcome. Scenario 2, let's assume an $18 million liquidity event. Take out 30%, that's $12.6 million. We need 10.4. That leaves us with roughly $2.2 million as our margin of safety here. Margin's getting thinner. Market doesn't go our way for a long time, some big expense out there, and things are tight. Scenario 3, $15 million deal. Take out 30%, we're down to 10.5. That leaves us with $100,000 of wiggle room. We're on a razor's edge. That is not a plan. That's a prayer. This is why knowing your number going into your deal is so important. 15 million sounds like a big number, and it is. But what if that doesn't create your vision for the future? That's not an ideal outcome. So let's figure out the financial freedom number, what the gap is, what our deal needs to do for us, and then make the deal happen. On that point, stay with me for this next part. We're going to talk through a few different levers that can help create a little bit more wiggle room here. 3 levers that can move the number. If our gap analysis has that somewhat thin margin for error, there's a few things we can do to help move the math on our side. Number 1, tax strategy before, at, and after the liquidity event. Taxes are our biggest expense. Let's keep as much in your pocket and out of the IRS's as we can. Number 2, proper portfolio management. Let's build a portfolio that gives you the highest probability of achieving the risk-adjusted rate of return you need to make your plan work. Number 3, risk management. Cash reserves for market downturns, guaranteed income streams in case we live a long time, long-term care planning, things of that nature. Each of these deserves its own video. We're going to do that. Subscribe so you don't miss out. Okay, quick recap. 3 steps. Number 1, start with the vision. Lump sums, annual after-tax spending needs, the full picture. Step 2, calculate that gross financial freedom number. Step 3, account for all the stuff you've already got to get to that net freedom gap. The amount your deal needs to close for after taxes, after fees to get you financially free. That number's super important when you're working through your deal. We gave you the shorthand today. In real planning, this gets significantly more precise. Tax modeling, stress testing, running scenarios, income projections. That work turns a ballpark into a sharp number. If you want to figure out what your sharp number is with a team that does this every day, the link below lets you get onto our calendar. No pitch, we'll just help provide you that clarity. Subscribe for more videos like this. I'll see you in the next one.